This is a horrible but crazy story. So this guy walks into a Home Depot and kills this beautiful lady. She's an employee there. And he did it right in the store during the middle of the day.
I was talking to a coworker and I heard pop, 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 like 5 or 6 rounds go off. And I realized it was a gun. And I told him, I said, duck and cover. And I went right up underneath the counter, back behind the main counter. And I was sat there Indian style and I called 911.
The guy, Keith Agee, runs away to a local pizza restaurant and then calls police and turns himself in. Open and shut case, right? Nothing to discuss. Not really. This is where it gets crazy. His mother, Sheila, helped set it all up. And these crazies talked about it in text messages. So the sheriff's department released all the text messages. Okay, y'all forgive me. I'm going to read this the best I can. She ain't do none but cost me money, gave me a blank, I'm fin blank her. I know I hate that for daughter, but like I said, I can't take it IDGAF no mo. Okay, so then the mom says, okay, and then she says, I'll call you, tell you MF, if you want to go to jail, I'll tell you when we get close. But if you don't, come blank her, you MF blank. And mom also says, don't call nanny, don't tell a nanny, or else she'll try and talk you out of it. Oh, what a crazy thing to do, to try and talk you out of this. So Keith says again, all I want is that address, mama. I'm done talking. I done talked enough. I know what's gonna happen, and I'm okay with that. I done already been thinking it through. No, you haven't. And this the only way for me. I don't know why you're so quick to start blank with me, but again, must be scared of Brooklyn or something. I don't know. Then he says, she gonna be on the floor, right? Meaning, is she gonna be on the floor of the store, I think. And mama says, yeah, basically, yes, waiting on you. She's there now. So he goes on to say, basically, this should be the last thought of her, knowing that she effed up and that the regret in her face will be enough to satisfy him. She do how TF, I'm pick her up, and when you're sorry, blank trying to go gamble or hang in Jackson and she don't pick up the phone, nah, that ain't even gonna fly with me before I let that continue. And the mama says, okay, whatever, I don't care what you do. I don't care, because I'm going to go home today, not to hell or to jail. If I'm reading that correctly, and some of y'all can maybe translate for me, it seems like he's mad because she wouldn't pick up the phone. And because she wouldn't pick up the phone, this is what we got to do. Earlier today, I told you about a man who walked into Home Depot and murdered an employee during store hours.
Have breaking news. A woman shot inside a Northwest Florida Home Depot.
That employee was Brooklyn Sims, and her and the murderer, Keith Agee, had a child together.
I was talking to a coworker and I heard pop, 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 like 5 or 6 rounds go off.
Comes out later that his mom helped set it all up, and police released all the text messages. And mom also says, don't call nanny, don't tell a nanny, or else she'll try and talk you out of it. But this story gets even crazier. Before she was arrested, she attended a ceremony honoring Brooklyn. So she helps murder the mother of her grandchildren and then attends a ceremony honoring that person. Just awful. Just awful. And yes, they're both arrested, they're both in jail, and both charged with murder.